Yo, what is up, guys? It's Bankrupt Dope, back again with another video, and today we are back on some Chaos Zero Nightmare. Now, look, this is gonna be a little different video, right? Because this is how most of my videos are gonna be. Most of my videos are just gonna be talking. Let's just get your brain just flowing, bro. Like, we can still play the game, we can still talk about the game, but look, we don't gotta play the game. We don't gotta do no standard. Oh, how do I build this? How do I do that? We can do that in the comments if you really want to, but we're not here to talk about optimal builds. We're not here to talk about how to beat this. We're not talking about none of that, bro. Because there's a million channels that are doing the same thing, bro. It's time to be a little bit different. Let's talk about something different. It's what I like to do, right? So, we're going to talk about something that people love to avoid in this game, and it is called spending money. Yes, sir. Let's talk about spending money. But before we get into that, Happy New Year's, y'all. It's a new year, and I hope you're having a good day today. If you're not having a good day, I'll be day gets better. You already know the drill. But yeah, it's a new year, so I hope you are starting off with a good year. I ain't gonna lie. My new year started off a little rough. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's starting off a little rough. But you know, it is what it is. That's what life does. Not everything is always Krispy Kreme. Everything's not, phenomenal all the time. Sometimes, some of us gonna start the year off rough. That's just how it is. It's real life. But yeah. So, we're on Zero Nightmare, and we're here to talk about this shop right here. And we're talking about spending money in the game, right? Is it worth it to be free to play? Right? Now, on some basis, yes, it is worth it to be free to play. Let's be completely honest. It is completely fair and cool to be free to play, right? Because you just don't need to spend money. If you can clear everything in this game, then yeah, be free to play. Who the freak cares, right? At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, right? Be free to play, right? There's no need to spend money. But I digress. If you love this game, just roll with me for a second, right? I just want you to go on a journey. Just go on this little audio adventure with me, right? If you're sitting here like you're watching the screen and you're like, man, there's not much going on the screen, just play me in the background, right? We're just here to talk. So, just roll with me. So, if you go to a restaurant, right, and you like the food that you eat, what do most people do, at least in the United States anyway? We generally tip. But you know what the funny thing is about tipping? When you get good food, we tip the server. But the server didn't make that food, did they? Oh, they didn't. You wanna know who made that food? Chef in the back. But we didn't tip the chef in the back, did we? But that food was so good that we said, I'm gonna tip a 20 to the waiter or waitress or the server, but not the chef. That don't even make sense, does it, when you really think about it? That's what we do anyway, right? I know somebody say, well, we do that because they don't make minimum wage and everything, which is true, but like at the end of the day, it's generally based off of how good your food is. And at the end of the day, that person that make the food, we still tip that person anyway. You get what I'm saying? And then, like, let's say you want to go see a movie, right? What do you do when you want to go see a movie? You gotta go spend money to go get in and go see that movie, right? What do you do when you see clothes that you like? You gotta go spend money to go get those clothes. What do you do when you want to see a general AAA game or any game that's not a free to play? You gotta go spend money to get that game. And what happened when they drop a DLC that you like? You gotta spend money to get that DLC. You see what I'm saying here, right? You gotta spend some money on the things that you like. So why is it that in the gacha space, when some people spend money, we act like that's the craziest thing ever? Oh, you're spending money. You're putting for a new character because it's a skill issue and you can't beat the content. No, not really. Because the new character's cool. And yes, to some degree, it does make the content easier. It sure does, because that's just exactly, to some degree, that's how these games are built. It is built easier to have the new units versus not having the new units. That's just gacha games in general. So yeah, to some point, you know what? That is true to some degree. Yeah, it is making it easier. It sure is making it, because they're making the content around that character for the most part. So yeah. And then outside of that, right? If we're not going to talk about, let's say it's not a thing of ease of use or anything. Let's say I'm spending money because I want to support the game. There's nothing wrong with that, y'all. I think that's something that we need to put across the community a little bit more. And that means all gacha community. This is not just a season thing. This is across all new gen gacha. And when I say new gen gacha, what does that mean? I'm talking about anything after Genshin Impact. Before Genshin Impact is old gen gacha. After Genshin Impact is new gen gacha. Genshin Impact created an entirely different scene of gacha and how people view gacha. It's just objectively the truth. There aren't many games of the old gen gachas that are still alive that are performing as good as most. You got the Dokkan battles, you got the Legends, you got the One Piece. What is it called? Is it Treasure or something? You know what I'm talking about? The One Piece game. You got the Bleach Brave Souls. You got Epic 7 of them. I'm saying is also part of that. There are a lot of old gen gacha games that come from a previous setup that free to play just didn't matter there. Can I be honest? In that gen, free to play just wasn't a thing until you get to after Genshin Impact era. Now it's all about free to play. And it's like, what happened? Why are free to play players, people that don't want to spend money, coming into a predatory set of gameplay? You do realize you're signing up, you're putting yourself in a predicament to be in a game that it's meant to be predatory, it's meant for you to spend your money. But yet we complain about the game not being free to play friendly enough. When it's not meant for free to play. Let's be honest. Gacha games are not meant for free to play players. I don't know where this narrative was spun, but it just ain't meant for that. I'm saying, just like, it ain't meant for you. It's meant for people to come here and spend money. That's just what it's meant for. But once again, that's not the point. That's not what I'm saying. I'm sorry, that's not the point. I kind of went off on a tangent. But roundabout back. If you like the game, man, spend some money. Go over to the shop. Sorry, not there. Go over to the shop. Now look, I ain't say spend $100. I ain't say spend $50. I didn't even say spend $30. $8. That's cool. The battle pass for $10. That's cool, even though the battle pass is trash. Team, update that please. Smilegate, update that battle pass. That battle pass is trash. This right here, monthly $5. Now this, I'ma say spend it. This one right here, I say is you might as well. This is the one thing I could say I think every player should get. If you are like, well, Bankrupt, you're talking about support the game, but don't spend no crazy amount of money, but just support the game that you like. This is what I mean. You get this once every 2 months, once a year. Bro, just do it. Support the game. Because you support everything else in your life. You support your bad habits, whether it be drinking and smoking. And some of them might be like, man, drinking not bad. You're right. It is what it is. It's whatever. But like, if you can support, like, my point is that it doesn't help. We're able to support things that don't help us in our lives, right? It doesn't build up your health. You drinking and you smoking all day, every day. That ain't good for your health, gang. You buying that bag of chips, down the bag of whole family size chips, and one day ain't supporting them. You spend $4.67 on that large bag of Doritos. But yeah, spending $4.99 on a game that you love to play is crazy. Come on now. You get what I'm saying? I really hope that makes sense. One of them, you're feeling, and granted, you can also say that the game is a bad habit depending on how much time you spend in the game, which is also very true, right? But I'm saying, if you are taking this game, you're taking any gacha game, if you're playing it in moderation, and you're not making that your whole persona, and you're having a good time with it, and you enjoy it, there is absolutely nothing wrong with spending money in that game. And that's what I want people to understand in Chaos Zero Nightmare across all gacha games. But here we're focused on Chaos Zero Nightmare, I guess. It's okay to support the game. It could be $1. I'm pretty sure it could be $1. But please stop letting this idea of somebody, oh, well, I won't be able to flex in chat that I beat this boss in free to play. Who cares? Oh, well, everybody else is free to play. Who cares, dude? If you like it, support it. Now, if you cannot financially support the game, then that's a whole different situation. And obviously, this does not apply to you. But if you can financially support the game, why not? That's my biggest question. Why not? That's what it boils down to. Why not? So I'm here to advise, support the things that you like if you can afford it. And that's the big caveat, because I don't want anybody to try to spend more and say, oh, you said spend your money stupidly, go buy it. No, I'm not saying that. I'm obviously not saying that. That's dumb. But if you have the financial freedom and you have no other responsibilities and you truly do have money to spare, why not indulge in something that you like on a low level? And when I say low, I mean low. That's why I said get that $5 pack. That's as low as you can get. That is an inconsequential amount of money for a significant amount of people. Anything more than that, I feel like, yes, then I would be hurting you to say that. And once again, I'm not saying buy this every month. I can say you can buy this every half month. or every half year. So you can buy it one time and then another time at 6 months. You can buy it so infrequently, but at least show your support. And yes, obviously value your time as a player. Obviously, they love that. But we can also support the game with spending money. There's nothing wrong with that. That's all I wanted to say. There's nothing wrong with spending money. And please, let's not keep pushing that narrative that, oh, you spend money, it's a skill issue. Oh, you spend money, you're lazy. You spend money. Like, let's can we stop that in 2026? Can we push that? Can that narrative just stop? Please enjoy your game the way you want to. And if it does simply come down to you can only enjoy this game without spending money, then I guess go for it. If that's somehow really how your brain works, then I guess go for it. My big thing is if you really enjoy the game like you say you do, and you have the freedom, there should be nothing wrong with supporting the game that you like monetarily. Because like I said, we just do it with everything else. So why not this? But that's it. I'm done law talking. I'm done ranting in your ear. Let me know how you feel in the comments. If you like, man, you're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. Let me know that in the comments. If you're like, you know what, I agree with you. I'm gonna spend $1. And that's all I'm gonna spend. Hey, let me know if you do that. But if you like, man, I've been spending, but I done dropped $800 on this game already. Let me know that in the comments too. But yeah, go ahead and sign off in the comments. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.